7,420 pounds, used Salem 2-slide bunkhouse with a really cool arrangement for like excellent living space in the bunk area on this one. Coming in on trade here at Haylett RV. Folks are ready to update and upgrade. Kids grew up, grew out, and swapping her out. It's got a couple little rough spots, nothing earth-shattering. Overall, the seals and everything have been maintained. She functions well. So, you know, if what you're looking for is like, listen, I got a rowdy bunch of boys and girls, and, you know, I don't want to spend top dollar on a bunkhouse that they're going to beat up and devalue, you could take this thing out. You could use it for, you know, 2, 4, 5 years. You could swap it out after that for the couple's rig after the kids grow up, and you really wouldn't take too much of a bath on something like this. Fairly common in models like this with the super slide closed. You'll see that that dinette comes just a little too close to the wall to get to the bathroom, but you can get to all of your kitchen storage as well as the refrigerator to get the RV packed up and ready to roll. And if I just boil this one down to a single word, it's okay. The thing to remember in an RV like this, like when you purchase an RV, everyone wants to, it feels like it's new. Everything feels like it should be new. Even though it's a used RV, it's new to you. So we tend to look at even used RVs with, you know, through the lens of a new RV. Keep in mind, this is a little bit older. It's had some use. It's had kids running through it. There's a couple little things that I'm going to point out on it. I don't think that there's anything really major, but there's little glitches. Now, keep in mind too, if you bought a used car, like a used minivan, something that had kids in it that was this age, you wouldn't expect it to be flawless. There would be little spots on it. You know, that's just the normal way of things. That's why this isn't a new RV price tag. So what do I mean by that? Well, like you can see, the seating has been used, as, you know, logically it should be, but it's fine. There's nothing that's not functional here. I noticed a little bit of, just from people doing the butt scoot boogie, sliding in and out of the seats, there's a little bit of wear on the seating, but a spot of that is to be expected with high levels of use over time. That's not irregular, you know. I do like all the windows letting in lots of light in here, and there is storage below both the dinette, and if you look real close, you can see how there's actually double drawers under that sofa, so you don't have to lift up the sofa to get to it. That's a nice little convenience touch right there. We do have central air, we have central heat. We do not have any kind of crazy fancy Arctic package. This is a casual, entry-level, starter class type camper. It's just a good one for a big family. We'll come back to the kitchen, but note that big countertop extension. That right there is an awesome piece of equipment. Now you might be noticing how this is this panel's popped open down here. That's because that is how you access the water pump to be able to get to the you know, winterizing type methods right there. And the camper's winterized currently because of the season in which we currently find ourselves. Bathroom. Simple, but it's effective. It does what it needs to do. I describe a lot. I just noticed something. No, I don't. I thought I noticed a crack on that plastic tub. I did not. That is actually just a nice long black hair. But remember, we are going to go through and we are going to clean this camper before you folks ever take it home, so you won't have to worry about someone else's hair being there. This RV literally is still on the previous owner's truck at the time of this filming. I work quickly and I jump on stuff as soon as it lands to get it out to you folks as soon as possible. Sometimes some of the things that we're going to do haven't been done yet. Now back here, we have a very, very flexible, I mean, you're going to call it the bunk room, but frankly, very much a second living room. It's a super convertible type space. Down below here, we have what I like to call an Eaton Go Dinette, which can, obviously, there you see the posts and the table and everything. That'll fold up into a kid's dining space, but that'll fold down into an extra sleeping space. This bunk can fold up out of the way, or obviously can be down for sleeping. As we spin ourselves around, it looks like the previous owners might have had like a curtain or something up here. There's a couple spots where I've noticed a few little screw holes in the walls. But over here, you've got a nice long bunk, and that also flips up out of the way to help you more easily utilize this little jackknife sleeper sofa that we have over here. So you have multiple seating areas back here, but you also have great storage space, which is something a lot of bunkhouses lack. And the previous owners were also kind enough to treat their kids to neat little mini entertainment center. So I tell you guys, because you might have noticed we walked past a sliding privacy door on a rainy day. Mom and Dad, you want to own the living room. You're not going to just sit in the bedroom. That's why most bunkhouses have a slide in the bunk room instead of the bedroom when you have two slide outs. Because the kids can occupy themselves back here, you can shut your sanity door, and you can just let the kids go bananas when they're all jacked up on marshmallows and Mountain Dew and Camping Man and everything else. There are sliding privacy doors for that front bed right there. TV does spin around to face the bedroom. DVD, CD, stereo. This is made before Bluetooth. Like I said, we come back to the kitchen. This is a better way to see the opposite side of that peninsula. You can see the, the triple drawers down there. And again, that extra large extension to give you maximum prep space. And one of the benefits of a stick-built camper is that it is easier to put power outlets in the walls so that you can more easily run things like, coffee makers. Previous owners swapped out the original Camp Queen, put a gigantic pillow top residential queen in here, so obviously a true queen can fit. You do have the full-length hanging closets, and you notice how there's a little personal, not drawer, but pocket on both sides. Very handy for things like socks and underwear. Right up front here, one of the things this brand does very well, same as its sister, Wildwood, we also offer here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan, is a very, and I mean very, large front pass-through. Now you can see that there are a couple like bungee straps or little tie-down things. I think the previous owners might have used those for stuff like maybe fishing pole holders or something. I'm not exactly sure. But overall, the skin, the decals, seem to have done pretty well, which indicates that the owners did perform regular cleaning and conditioning, which conditioning an RV is kind of like saying giving it sunscreen, It's like UV protection. Now, as I mentioned inside, there's no special insulation bundle or nothing like that. This is a spring, summer, fall family camper. When the kids are out of school, we're going to just go around summertime, have a good time sort of thing. All of our hookups are kind of right in that little middle section, by the way. They're kind of out of sight, out of mind. There's a couple little dings on some lower fender skirting here. It sort of makes me wonder if, I don't know if this was like parked next to where the lawnmower might chuck a stone at it from time to time. Not sure. I noticed that there has been maintenance performed by the previous owners around the windows, although it looks like a couple times people don't realize there's actually two different types of sealants you want to be using. God bless, that is a large manual awning. I just noticed that. There's two different types of sealants you want to use on an RV. There's self-leveling stuff that you use up on the roof because it will level down flat. It's kind of squishy when you first put it on. And then there's non-sag stuff that you can put vertically and it won't run. Well, it looks like they used some self-leveling and it dribbled a little bit, but not bad. They didn't go bananas with it. But the fact is, they actually did seal it. And now, even though it dripped a little bit, it doesn't hurt the function of it. It still works well. One thing I noticed here, guys, I am all about being brutally honest. I've showed you a couple little glitches as we go. I think they scuffed a curb with this one. Something caught that tire right there. That tire is, I mean, the tread on it's good. Those are not original tires. Those were replacement tires, but something got a hold of that tire. Kind of a bummer. It's one of those things I'd like to be able to walk around and not mention, but I also like to sleep at night. The thing that I say all the time is that if I see you at Walmart and you're buying a head of lettuce, I don't want to have to duck down the dog food aisle because I lied to you. I'm not going to do that. That's just not who we are, not what we are here at Haylett RV. So, tried to shoot you straight, tried to represent it fairly. We are going to go through and clean it. Beyond that, if you have questions or concerns on anything, call our team or come visit us in person. And remember that we don't do hidden dealer fees, but we do hitching, pieces, parts, trades, finance, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, and everything in between. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.